Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to look at solving linear equations. In previous videos we saw simple equations that were very easy to solve. Now we're going to be doing more complicated equations, and so we're going to keep using those algebra skills that we learned in this video. I also recommend that you complete the grade 8 fraction videos that I have, the distributive law, as well as adding polynomials together like terms. If you've completed all 5 of these videos, or grade 8 fractions, there's many videos. If you've completed all of this, today's lesson will be a lot easier on you. So if you are stuck somewhere with, say, the fractions within today's lesson, I recommend you go back and watch my grade 8 fraction videos. So today's goal is to solve an equation for an unknown value. So just like before, we have an equation here, and the unknown value is x. So we want to find the solution to the equation. In other words, what number can we plug into here that makes the entire equation true? Now, once again, you might look at this and be able to solve it in your head really quickly. But what we're going to do today is practice our algebra skills, because later there's going to be even more complicated equations that you can only solve it using algebra, and using your head will be very difficult. So we're going to practice our algebra skills. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys a peek into what it's like to be a pro at solving linear equations. How you can do it very quickly and have very good skills at doing that. Okay, let's look at our strategy. So the idea is to isolate x, right? That's what we want to do. We want to manipulate all of this so that we get x equals something as our final answer. So here, when it comes to linear equations, you want to put all of the x terms on one side and all of the non-x terms on the other side. So here, for example, see there's all the x terms, non-x terms. And then we can just divide by 3 to have x on its own, like that. So I'm going to do lots and lots of examples that's going to use this strategy so that you'll get to see how we do it. So example 1, use algebra to isolate x. So we're going to solve this equation here. So the first thing I want here, 3x minus 2. 3x is a term that has x in it, but the minus 2 does not have x in that term. So we're going to get rid of that. So we're going to go plus 2 to both sides in order to get just 3x like that. So minus 2 plus 2, these cancel out, so we have 3x left, right? 3x plus 0 is just 3x. And then we have 7 plus 2, 9, like that. So we have x terms on the left and non-x terms on the right. Now we're going to divide by 3 on both sides, like that. 3 over 3 cancels out. And so x equals 9 over 3, which is 3, as our final answer. And like I've said in previous videos, whenever you're doing a test, check all of your answers. It's highly recommended, because maybe you did a screw up somewhere, and when you do the check, it won't work. So let's do a check here. 3 times x, so 3 times 3, minus 2. This gives 9 minus 2, which gives 7. And it's supposed to be 7. So good. So x equals 3 is the correct solution to this equation. Okay, B, a little more complicated. 5y plus 4 equals 2y plus 7. So we're going to put all the y's on this side, like that. So this 2y, I'm going to go minus 2y to both sides, like that. So 2y minus 2y is gone, and what's left is just 7. Right? So 5y plus 4, I got minus 2y on both sides, which allows us to do 5y minus 2y, which gives 3y, like that. So what we have now is 3y plus 4 equals 7. We want the y's to be on their own, so we want to get rid of this 4. So this is plus 4. So the opposite of plus 4 is minus 4. So we go minus 4 to both sides, like that. And so 4 minus 4 is 0. So what's left is 3y. 7 minus 4 is 3. So we have 3y equals 3. Times 3. So the opposite is divide. So we're going to go divide by 3 on both sides. Bang, bang. And we have y equals 1. 3 over 3 is 1 as our final answer. And let's check it. 5 times 1, like that, plus 4. 5 times 1 plus 4 gives 9. So that's the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, 2 times 1 plus 7, like that, also gives 9. So we have left side equals right side like that. So our solution here is correct. Okay, C. 2/3 plus 3/4 u equals 4. So we want just the u on its side. So let's get rid of this 2/3. So we're going to go minus 2/3 on both sides like that. So this cancels out. What's left is 3/4u. And now we have a subtraction of fractions. So we need common denominator. So we're going to make it 3. So 3/3 like that. This gives 12/3 minus 2/3, which gives 10/3. And now we want to get rid of this 3/4. So we're going times the reciprocal, 4/3. 4/4 cancels, 3/3 cancels. What's left is u. So u is 10 times 4 over 3 times 3, which gives 40/9. And that here is our final answer. And I'm going to do a quick check with you guys so you really see it. 2/3 plus 3/4 times u, which is 40/9. We do some simplifications, and this gives 10/3. So 2/3 plus 10/3 equals 12/3, which is 4, and it's supposed to be 4. So there you go. Our solution here is correct. So even though it's a fraction and it's a little more complicated to check, I highly recommend that you check on a test anyways to make sure that I really manipulate my fractions in a correct way, like that. Okay, let's look at an even more complicated example. D. v/4 plus 2 equals 3 1/3 v minus 6, like that. So we're going to convert that into improper. So we have 10/3 v. So this little 2 here is in the way. We want just the v's on this side. So we're going to get rid of that 2. Minus 2 on both sides, like that. And so what's left here is 10/3 v minus 8. And we want this 10/3 v on the other side. So we're going to go minus 10/3 v to cancel this out. And what's left is v/4 minus 10/3 v equals minus 8, like that. Right, so we have this equals minus 8. So now we have a subtraction of fractions. Common denominator is 12. So here we're going to go times 3. Here we're going to go times 4, like that, equals negative 8. So we have 312 minus 4012, like that, equals negative 8. Perform that subtraction, we get negative 37/12v equals negative 8. So we want to get rid of this fraction in front of the v. So we're going to go times the reciprocal on both sides and the negative because we want to get rid of the negative. So we're going times negative on both sides because that will cancel out too. So 12 cancels out, 37 cancels out, minus cancels out. So we have v equals minus 8 times this here, which is 96/37. And now we're going to convert it back into a mixed number, which gives 2 and 22/37, like that. So 2 and 22/37 is our final answer. And just for the fun of it, we're going to check to make sure. So 96/37. So here we have 96/37 times 1/4 plus 2, like that. So u times 1/4 plus 2, like that. We perform the simplifications and we get to 98/37 as our left-hand side. And now the right-hand side, 10/3 here times v, 96/37, minus 6. We compute that and we also get 98/37. So both sides are 98/37, and so this v value is the correct answer to this equation, the solution to that equation. Okay, E. 2 times 2x minus 3 equals 5. Now, to get rid of this 2, we could divide by 2 on both sides, but this is a 5. 5/2 is a little nasty, so we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is distribute the 2, like we saw in our distributive lesson. And so this here gives 4x, 2 times minus 3 is minus 6, like that, equals 5. So we want to get rid of this negative 6 now. We want the x terms on its own. So we're going to go plus 6 to both sides. So minus 6 plus 6 is gone. What's left is 4x. And 5 plus 6 here is 11. Now we want to get rid of this 4 in front of the x, so we divide by 4 on both sides, cancels out. X equals 11 over 4 is our final answer. And I leave it to you as an exercise to verify that it is a solution to this equation. F. 5 times 4 minus 3y equals 7 times 1 plus 2y. Now once again, we could go divide by 5 on both sides to get rid of it, but 7 over 5 is a little nasty, and we want to avoid that. So what we're going to do is distribute. 5 times 4, 20. 5 times minus 3, minus 15. 7 times 1, 7. 7 times 2, 14, like that. And so we're going to go plus 15y on both sides, so that the y is going to be on the right term, on the right side, like that. So these cancel out, and we're going to go minus 7 on both sides, so that this 7 goes onto the other side. We want to get rid of that. So what's left is 29y equals 13, like that. And now we want to get rid of this 29. So we go divide by 29 on both sides, so our final answer is 13 over 29, like that. And once again, I leave it to you as an exercise to confirm that it is in fact the right solution. Okay, time for some practice. So we got lots of practice to ensure that we really know our algebra. So I highly recommend that you do every one of these problems. So go ahead and pause the video and solve these equations. Okay, we're back. A, 5x plus 8 equals 18. We want to get rid of this 8, so we go minus 8 on both sides. 5x equals 10. We want to get rid of this 5, so divide by 5 on both sides. Cancels out. X equals 2 as our solution. B, 7 minus 3u equals negative 5. So we want to have 3u on its own, the minus 3u on its own. So we're going to get rid of this 7. So minus 7 on both sides gives negative 3u equals negative 12, like that. And we want to get rid of this negative 3. So we go divide by negative 3 on both sides. Cancels out. What's left is u. Negative 12 over negative 3 is 4. So u equals 4 is our final answer. C. 6y plus 8 equals 2y plus 40. So we're going to get rid of this 8 here, so minus 8 on both sides. So we have 6y equals 2y plus 32. We want to get rid of this 2y to put it on the left side, so we go minus 2y on both sides. This gives us 4y equals 32. The 4 in front of the y, we want to get rid of that, so we go divide by 4 on both sides, and so y equals 8 is our solution. Okay, D. 5w plus 6 equals 20 minus 2w. So we're going to get rid of the 6 here, so we have minus 6 to both sides. So 5w equals 14 minus 2w. And we want this minus 2w on the other side, so we're going to go plus 2w on both sides to get rid of that. So we have 7w equals 14 as such. We want to get rid of this 7 in front of the w, so divide by 7 on both sides is w equals 2 as our solution to our equation. E. 1/4 plus 1/3 u equals 7. We want to get rid of this quarter here, so go minus 1/4 on both sides. So 1/3 u equals 7 times 4 over 4, so we have common denominators, minus 1/4. So this is 28 quarters minus 1/4 gives 27/4. Divide by 3, so we're going to go times 3 on both sides like that, cancels out. 27 times 3 is 81, so u equals 81 over 4 is our solution to this equation. F. 6½ plus 3 equals 2¼ plus 4. So we're going to convert these mixed numbers into improper fractions. So 13 over 2u, 9 over 4u. We're going to start by getting rid of this 3 here. So we go minus 3 to both sides. And then we're going to get rid of this 9 over 4u to the other side. So we go minus 9 over 4u to both sides. So what's left is 13 over 2u minus 9 over 4u equals 1, like that. And we're going to bring the denominator up to 4, so we're going to go times 2 over 2 like that. So 26 over 4 minus 9 over 4 gives 17 over 4, like that. And now we want u on its own, so we're going to go times 4 over 17 to both sides. These cancels out. And what's left is 1 times 4 over 17. So u is 4 over 17 as our answer to this equation. Okay, G. 3 times 3x minus 1 equals 2 times x plus 9. We're going to distribute, so 9x minus 3, 2x plus 18 like that. We're going to move the 2x over, so we're going to go minus 2x on both sides. So we have 7x minus 3 equals 18. We want to get rid of this 3, so plus 3 on both sides, so 7x equals 21. Divide by 7 on both sides, bang bang, x equals 3 is our solution to this equation. H. X minus 2 equals 7 times 4 minus 2x. Distribute the 7 like that, so 28 minus 14x. We're going to get rid of this minus 2, so we're going to go plus 2 on both sides. So we have x equals 30 minus 14x. We're going to move this 14x to the other side, so plus 14x on both sides cancels that out. What's left is 30. So x plus 14x is 15x. We're going to get rid of this 15, so divide by 15 on both sides. So x equals 2 is our final answer. Okay, look at some advanced skills. So what we're going to do is not show all of the work. We're going to understand that we do it to both sides when we're adding or subtracting or dividing and multiplying. So let's take a quick look here. 3x plus 2 equals 4x, like that. So I'm going to bring over the 4x like that. So 3x minus 4x is negative x. This is minus 3, and we're going to minus 2 when it goes to the other side. So we have minus 3 minus 2 gives minus 5, like that. And now we divide by minus 1 on both sides. X equals 5. B. 2 times 12x minus 3 equals 10x plus 4. We're going to distribute this here, so 24x minus 6. So we have 24 and 10x, so we're going to go minus 10x here, which leaves 14x. And then we're going to have 4 plus 6, which gives 10. Divide by 14 on both sides, 10 over 14, like that. Okay, so practice number 2 is to solve these equations in an advanced manner where you do not show all the work. Now this is entirely optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I recommend that you do it. It practices your mental math and it's less work when you're doing linear equations in the future as well. So I think it's worth it myself. So go ahead and solve these in an advanced way like I did here. You're not showing all of the work. Okay, we're back. So here, 7x minus 3 equals 2x plus 7. So 2x on the other side makes it 5x. Plus 3 over here to make it 10. Divide by 5 both sides, x equals 2. B. 3 times 3x, 9x. 3 times minus 1, minus 3. 2 times x, 2x. 2 times 9, 18. We're going to bring the 2x over. It becomes negative, so 7x. Plus 3 over here to make it 21. Divide by 7, x equals 3. C. X minus 2 equals 7 times 4 minus 2x. Distribute the 7, 28 minus 14x. We're going to go plus 14, bring it on the other side, so we got 15x. Plus 2, bring it over here, so it makes 30. Divide by 15 on both sides, x equals 2. If you were able to follow the advanced method that I was doing here where you don't show all the work, I highly recommend that you redo all of the previous problems in this lesson in this advanced manner. I mean, look how much work that is. You don't have to do a lot at all compared to before where we're doing all of these steps, you know, it's maybe half of the work. And so I recommend that you do that for the entire lesson. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.